Hello YouTube preppers, this is the Comms Prepper, and this video is to announce a new playlist here on the channel. I was very fortunate to get my hands on a pair of Icom ID-51A Plus dual band handhelds, and these handhelds are D-STAR handhelds, and what that stands for is Digital Smart Technologies for Amateur Radio. And for those of you familiar with public safety communications here in the United States, several years ago there was a large initiative to transition public safety radio communications from the realm of analog to digital, and they called that Project 25 or P25. Well, D-STAR is an amateur radio version of that type of digital modulation. It was developed by the Japan Amateur Radio League, and it's featured in ICOM's D-STAR product line. This radio has a vast feature set, far too many to cover in one video, which is why we're going to create this playlist. To give you a general overview of this radio, in addition to its 2 meter and 70 centimeter operations, this radio is equipped with AM/FM broadcast receive mode, so you can pick up your local broadcast stations. It's equipped with VHF aviation band receive mode, so you can actually pick up aircraft and the air traffic control tower in your area. It's enabled with NOAA weather, so you can get weather alerts from NOAA. It has an integrated GPS, and when combined with the D-STAR digital mode, allows radios to share position information between radios. So if you're out in the field and you get lost, you're doing search and rescue and you're not quite sure where you're at, or you want to let somebody know where you're at, you can actually pull up your GPS and send it to them, and they'll have your GPS location. In addition to the digital mode, of course, it still supports FM analog operations. So your existing equipment out there, whether narrowband or wideband in FM analog, will still have interoperability with these radios here. But what's really exciting about the D-STAR radio and this product line from the perspective of a prepper who has an interest in emergency preparedness and communications is the data feature in this. This radio is data ready. For those of you who follow my channel, you've seen lots of videos where I've used an iPad to send pictures or used modems to send and receive email. Well, Icom packaged this all up in one little box, and this is ready to go. I have a Android device here, and I'll try to slide that in, and there's the data cable. There's an Android application available from the Google Play Store, for example, called RS-MS1 Alpha, and I'll put a link down below, that when connected to these radios, and it's plug and play, it just works. You can actually do text messaging between the Android devices, you can share pictures, GPS location on maps. You can store offline maps in your Android device, so if the grid goes down and you can't pull down Google Earth, you can preload offline maps into an Android device, and it will communicate with the GPS feature in the radio and show you your position on the offline map. It's an incredible piece of equipment. We're going to do a lot of videos on it, but the digital is amazing. The voice quality, or the voice data, is 4.8 kilobits per second. That doesn't mean much now, but when we start operating, you'll hear the clarity and why that sounds so good. And the high-speed data, it's 128 kilobits per second. So when you're sharing pictures back and forth, let's say you have a search and rescue team in the field and they need an updated map or updated search grid square. Somebody can sit back at a base camp, pull that map up, hook it up to an Android device or a PC, and transmit that out to the field, and they'll get that. But at 128 kilobits per second, it gets there really quick, much faster than my video from 2.5 years ago using slow scan TV to send a picture with an iPad. So there's a lot of great feature sets in this radio. I'm really excited about this product. For the playlist series, we're going to start with the first video being basic setup for legacy analog operations, simplex, and going through a repeater, having that interoperability with your existing equipment. Then we're going to have an introduction to the digital mode, and we'll just do this in simplex mode, peer-to-peer voice communications between the two radio in digital mode. And then we're going to do another video on digital communications using the RS-MS1 Alpha Android application between two devices. I'm going to co-op one of the kids' Android devices so I can show you this in the field out at the retreat location. And we'll demonstrate the texting, the picture sharing, the GPS location, and the offline maps. Then we'll go into data comms using PC devices in another video, because not everybody has an Android device and they haven't developed an Apple version yet. So we'll show you how you can do all this with a PC version. That program is called DRATS, and I'll put a link down below to that. And then we'll do a video on the GPS positioning. After the GPS positioning video, then we'll go into the real magic of D-STAR, and that's the local repeater setup for a D-STAR digital repeater, and then the global aspects of D-STAR. So with one of these handhelds on the digital side of the house where there's digital repeaters, you can bring up a local repeater, let's say here in the Washington D.C. area, and communicate with people on a repeater in Frankfurt, Germany. Because all these D-STAR repeaters are interconnected over the internet, so with a simple subscriber handheld like this, you have access to that whole network. So I'm really excited about this piece of equipment. I'm really excited about this playlist, and I'm going to get working on getting these videos out to you guys. And as always, thank you for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. This has been the Comms Prepper with an introductory video on the Icom ID-51A Plus D-STAR handheld and the playlist. Thanks for watching, guys.